Well, there's a headlined article in the front section of the USA Today today. Headlines: Cancer projected to skyrocket. Incidence of cancer worldwide is surging at alarming rates, and there is an urgent need to implement strategies to prevent and curb the disease, says the World Health Organization. Okay. Globally, they're talking about going up from 14 million in 2012 to 22 million cases within the next 2 decades, 20 years from now. So it'll be 2032. Okay. Now, according to the figures here, in the United States alone, the cancer rate went up from let's see, in 1990, it was 400,000 deaths in the United States from cancer overall. In 2013, it had gone up to 550,000, went up 150,000 in number in that period of time, in a 20-year period. Now, what I want you to appreciate is, I've been yelling about this forever. There's things you can do, okay? There's a wonderful study that came out in 1998 by the University of South Carolina. And they looked at a large group of women, and they said, if women would just cook their meat medium rare instead of well done, it reduced the risk of breast cancer by 462%. Then recently, Youngevity jointly did a study with human cell cultures that had cancer from Clemson University, and it showed that 2 of our products, one Ultimate Classic and the other one Beyond Tangerine, were compared against each other for being able to reduce the cancer survival rate of cancer cells in human cell cultures. Colon cancer, Ultimate Classic showed a reduction in colon cancer cells by 95%. Beyond Tangerine reduced by 65%. Liver and stomach cancer by 62% in both of them, and breast cancer by 32% in both of them. Dr. Gerhard Schrauzer, during the 1970s, showed that you could reduce the risk of breast cancer by up to 82% by supplementing with 200 micrograms, 1/5 of a milligram of selenomethionine. Then in Arizona, the University of Arizona, in 1998, I believe it was, did a big study, a 7-year study on, I think it was like 1,300 seniors. They found that you could reduce prostate cancer by 69% using 200 micrograms of selenium, 1/5 of a milligram. You could reduce colorectal cancer by 64%, and you could reduce the risk of lung cancer, whether you smoked or not, by 32%. Now, what if you cooked all your meat medium rare, you supplemented with selenium, extra selenium, and, say 500 micrograms instead of 200 micrograms, and you took either Ultimate Classic or Beyond Tangerine as your multiple. Now, if you do those things and you get your ORAC points above, say, 100,000 per day, using things like our Trill Treat chocolate, use Cell Shield RTQ, you could get your ORAC points or oxygen radical absorbent capacity, reduce oxidative damage to your cells, your body. And then you throw in our new one called Immortalium, which just really supports telomere health, very specific telomere health, increases the number of duplications based on 2009 Nobel Prize research. This wonderful product. I've been taking 4 a day, for 2 months now. It's just really great stuff. And all this, I've been doing this for 67 years, okay? And I don't have any problems. And everybody can do the same thing. But you're going to have to be obsessive about this. You're going to have to really work at avoiding cancer, because everything around you wants to give you cancer. So you have to do these things. Then I want you to contact your Youngevity associate and get a hold of the trilogy books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport to Aromatherapy, and particularly look in the book, Let's Play Doctor, on the chapter in your home laboratory. Begin to do your own self-examinations. You can do it once a month. It costs you less than $5 once a month to do a screening yourself for all kinds of stuff. Blood pressure, pulse, blood sugar levels. Do your own blood sugar. You can do all kinds of tests. And all this great detail on how to do them, what to look for, PSA test. Obviously, you have to get someplace else, but the book tells you how to interpret the results. Same thing with just a full blood test, a screen. Tells you what the trilogy books, particularly Let's Play Doctor, teaches you how to evaluate all that data. I urge you to do this yourself. and avoid going to doctors just for an annual physical without having done your screening stuff during the year. If the doctor says, hey, you got a question here, call us, or refer to the book Let's Play Doctor, or go to 2 or 3 other doctors and get second and third and fourth opinions like you would for a new roof, flooring, plumbing work, etc. Don't just follow whatever your doctor says without getting several other opinions. You do it to put a new roof in. Why not for your lungs and your liver and your stomach and your colon and your breast and your prostate, right? Now, the interesting thing about this, the Cancer Projected to Skyrocket article, they talk about lung cancer, liver cancer, stomach cancer, let's see here, breast cancer, but they don't talk about at all prostate cancer. That's because almost nobody ever dies of prostate cancer. And of course, well, people with prostate cancer die. Well, of course they die. It's almost always from the treatment. Even the government, the federal government came out several years ago and said, don't get PSA tests because it encourages doctors to do unnecessary biopsies, which then cause them to say, this is unconclusive. Let's just take your prostate gland out of the way. So they do a lot of unnecessary surgery, kill patients, cause infections. Just don't even do a PSA test anymore, the government says. Stick with us. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do we have today?
Well, we got to start out right off the bat. Now, this is something that you have been recommending to people for as long as I've known you, and that is, just like you were talking about in your monologue, about how there's all these tests that doctors want to charge you a boatload of money for that you could do at home in the privacy of your own home and probably cost you like 1/10 or less than what the doctor would charge. Now, I've got a story here from Fox News headlined, "At-Home Stool Test Can Effectively Detect Colon Cancer."
Well, there you go.
There you go. And what they're talking about is a study that was done by a Dr. Jeffrey Lee. He is a postdoctoral researcher at Kaiser Permanente Division of Research. And what he found was that there's a new one of these out there. You've often talked over the years about the fecal occult blood test, or the FOBT. Well, they've got a new one out that's called the FIT, which is the fecal immunochemical test. And they say that it's in the new study, it's revealed that a simple at-home test is also very effective at detecting colorectal cancers in comparison to, of course, the colonoscopy, where they poke holes in your colon and you could die. And so they go on to say that this was actually published in the Annals of Internal Medicine. And what this Dr. Lee did was he reviewed 19 studies examining 8 different types of FITs. Each study included anywhere between 80 to almost 30,000 patients, all with an average age range of 45 to 63. And overall, he found that these tests correctly identified the presence of colorectal cancer at 79% of the time with just one round of testing, and on average, the single FIT identified 94% of patients who did not have cancers in their rectum or colon. Review found that no single FIT brand performed markedly better than the other, so you can go get whatever you want. And then as far as the FOBT, or the fecal occult blood test, the older test, they said that previous research had shown its sensitivity to range somewhere between 13 to 50%. He said theoretically, patients are too shy or uncomfortable to visit a doctor's office, so a colorectal screening kit could be sent to their home. They could do the test, then collect the sample, mail it off to a lab for analysis, and then they could get a call from their doctor to let them know whether or not they have it or not. And they say, according to most recent statistics from the American Cancer Society, colorectal cancer is the 3rd most common cancer diagnosed in both men and women in the U.S. And, of course, the U.S. Preventative Task Force recommends people over the age of 50 to get those on a regular basis. So there you go. But something you've been recommending, the safe, easy alternative at home and the cheaper method, has proven to be better than getting holes poked in you.
Yeah, these tests, I don't know the cost of these FIT tests, fecal immunochemical test, compared to the occult blood test. The occult blood test is like $10 or less. And so this will be in the same range, somewhere between $10 and $25, I'm sure, plus postage, whatever it is. And it's a lot cheaper than the $1,200 to $2,500 colonoscopic exam. There's no risk of death, no risk of puncturing your intestine. It's just like the PSA test for prostate cancer. And prostate cancer is one of those things that nobody ever dies of prostate cancer. If you have prostate cancer, you die, it's always from the treatment. Even the government, the federal government, came out about 5 years ago and said, do not get PSA tests because it encourages doctors to do unnecessary biopsies, and then it encourages doctors to do unnecessary surgery. And, of course, there's lots of complications with prostate surgery. Ask Dick Clark from American Bandstand. They killed him with complications following prostate cancer. Not prostate cancer, but enlarged prostate surgery. And so these home tests, and there's dozens of them, it might only cost you $5. The doctor uses the same test in his own office, but he charges you $800 for the test. So he gets a markup of $795. So what I want you to do, get that book, Let's Play Doctor, do as many of these home tests as you can yourself. Do them every month. It'll cost you, all the tests together cost you less than $10, okay? And do your own screening, and you'll be way ahead of the game. You'll avoid the doctor. Let's let them all move out of the country just simply because they don't have any customers. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Brooklyn, New York, and Cindy, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Cindy, you're on the air.
Thank you so much. I am so frustrated and confused by my symptoms.
Okay.
I'm 53 years old. I'm in menopause for a few years now. And I've cared for my mother who had Alzheimer's for years, and she just went home to be with the Lord last February. Okay. And I'm exhausted physically, and I'm surprised I can't really get my stamina back, like to really even walk in a mall or anything like that. But I was also told I have AFib, and the AFib is so painful. And before that, for 30 years, I had palpitations. When I was 19, I had renal hypertension, which was corrected. And at that time, I was diagnosed with palpitations, but they told me my heart was fine. It's just something that women get. So I just lived with it for 30 years. And now, like a month after my mom passed away or so, they said that I have an AFib, and it is horribly painful. I also have acid reflux, which I've had for a few years. And I feel like I have something else wrong with my stomach, like when I eat. Like, I'll be eating, and I'll get so hungry from the food. And then in the middle of the night, I wake up, and I'm really, really hungry. I have to get up and eat. So...
Okay, well, let me ask you a couple of quick questions here.
Yep.
Do you have any history of skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, or rosacea?
None.
Okay, but asthma as a kid or adult?
No asthma. I stopped eating sugar because I had migraines for like 30 years, and I realized to stop eating sugar, and I can't skip a meal. And then I got rid of the migraines.
Okay, good. That's good information. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now, let's go back to the stomach stuff. Have you had your appendix out when you were a kid?
No, I did not.
Okay, do you ever have constipation or diarrhea for long periods of time?
No, I always had something wrong with swallowing. I was always nervous with swallowing for some reason.
Okay. Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do.
Okay. Do any of them have any asthma, skin problems?
One of them has asthma. My father had asthma. I have a cough. I cough all year.
Okay. And how long have you been coughing like this?
Like 30 years. Like a long 20 years.
Okay. Do you have any dry skin?
Now I do. I thought it was from men. I just feel like it's like more itchier than usual.
Sure. Okay. Well, this is a Shar thing. Shar?
Yes, Doc.
What do we have here, kid?
She's got a gluten intolerance, and that's why she's hungry all the time, too, because she's not absorbing any nutrients out of her food.
Exactly right. Now, what do you weigh? What do you weigh, Cindy?
Well, I've gained weight because I have to eat all the time. I'm going crazy. So now I'm like 155, 160. I'm like 5'10".
Oh, well, 5'10", 155 is not bad. I mean, you're slim.
Yeah.
What did you weigh before you gained 30 pounds?
Yeah, I weighed better. I was like thinner. I was, like 20 pounds, 30 pounds less.
Okay, so you weighed 125 at 5'10".
Exactly
you're very
correct.
Slim.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty good at math, Cindy. Okay, so here we go. Shar, what would you do this for this lady? She's going through menopause, has no stamina.
Well,
she had a history of high blood pressure, so she has a kidney problem.
Right.
Okay, Doug, let's go right back to New York. And Cindy, one last question before we had to run to the information moment there. Do you have any history of back problems? Do you ever have to go to a chiropractor or anything like that?
No. I mean, I'm going to one now trying to help me to figure out what's wrong with me. But no, sometimes my back hurts a little bit in the morning, but we got a new mattress, so
okay, now,
not really.
Is this in your lower back or your upper back? Or?
Well, it's been my lower back now lately, but it's been a new thing, so I thought it was
Yeah.
just like the mattress or something. But my
No,
body does hurt.
Okay, so you have body hurts. Do you ever have tingling in your hands when you wake up in the morning, anything like that?
I have exactly that every
Well,
morning.
there's
I have
a bingo.
exactly that, and it's bizarre. I can't believe you're saying this.
Yeah.
And I figured out I sleep on my hands under my head, and I think that's what it's from.
No. Okay. Basically, Shari, you want to take that one? Why
Well,
does
she needs Ultimate Daily to open up all her plugged-up arteries, but she said she had a regular heartbeat and nothing
AFib,
wrong with her heart, so she needs to rebuild the cartilage between her vertebrae, too.
Yeah, exactly. When you have AFib, there's nothing wrong with your heart. That's what's confusing your doctor, Sydney. Shari's exactly right. When you have atrial fibrillation, there's nothing wrong with your heart, although most doctors would run up a $500,000 bill doing heart procedures. They'll install pacemakers, defibrillators. They will do ablations, retroversions, heart transplants. They'll run up $500,000 in heart procedures, which is really an upper back problem. That's why you have tingling in your hands when you wake up in the morning. It's not because you have your hands behind your head. It's because you're actually having a degenerative disc disease between T1, 2, 3, and 4, the first thoracic vertebrae, first, fourth thoracic vertebrae. The discs are getting thinner, the vertebrae are getting closer together, and they're smashing the internal roots of the spinal nerves coming out from between those four vertebrae, and they control the rate and rhythm of the heart. When they get squeezed, they cause palpitations and a rapid heart rate called tachycardia, which is then given a diagnosis of atrial fibrillation. What confuses doctors in the beginning, they do all the heart tests, can't find anything wrong with the heart, and your heart's palpitating and running away with itself. And that's because it's a back problem, not a heart problem. So what I would do is at 155 pounds now, I would have you take 2 healthy heart and brain packs per month. 2 healthy heart and brain packs per month. That would allow you to have 3 of our Ultimate Selenium at breakfast and dinner. That'll give some support to the heart muscle itself. Then 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner. 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals, specifically 2.0 is just drop dead gluten-free. And then 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals, 2 scoops at breakfast and dinner. And then I will also let you have 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFAs at breakfast and dinner. And then, as Shar said, I would have you take the glucogel, get 2 large bottles a month. That'll allow you to take 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. That's going to help you with your lower back. That's going to help you with your hand tingling. It's going to help you. Usually within 60 to 90 days, you get a significant benefit to your atrial fibrillation, and usually within 4 to 6 months, it's gone. Your stamina will come back, and if you want a energy drink or sports drink, Rebound, it comes in sticks. You can put in water, or you can have our canned drink called Rebound. And I think that covers everything you got here. Ultimate Daily Tablets, as she said, for your kidneys and high blood pressure. 3 of those twice a day. That's 1 bottle a month. Call us every 2 weeks, and we'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Los Angeles, California. And Catherine, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Catherine, you're on the air.
Hi. So I've been having different reactions when I use a computer or when I'm in cars with newer technology. My chest gets tight, I get stomach cramps, I get irritable and fatigue, and sometimes I get cold sweats, but now even...
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Do you say you're vegan?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, did you say you were vegan, or did I misinterpret that?
No.
I got stomach cramps, and then...
Yeah, stomach cramps, irritability,
fatigue,
cold sweats, even now. This is the first time that I get this reaction being on the cell phone. And I'm feeling all these things also with the cold sweats and feeling anxious, and the stomach cramping. And
okay, with those cold sweats, even anxious, you can consider these anxiety attacks?
No.
Okay, do you ever get drowsy after you eat a big meal or have something sweet like ice cream or something?
I don't eat any sugar, but I do feel drowsy after I eat.
Okay, so I believe you have what's called reactive hypoglycemia. When you start talking about these things at work, do they always kind of occur at the same time, like 10 o'clock or 3 o'clock, anything like that?
No.
Can happen at any time?
Yeah. My reaction, the drowsiness or just the reaction?
The drowsiness.
It's usually when I eat, or it's reacting to, like I said, like the computers. But it's like time after that I start feeling like the extreme fatigue. after I
Yeah.
use
Okay.
stuff like that. Or
Yeah,
like,
well,
even with blankets.
what's a good possibility here is you have what's called reactive hypoglycemia, where you eat something, even if there's no overt sugar in there, but you might have, say, potatoes or pasta, something like breakfast cereals, oatmeal, stuff like that, which you don't think of as being sugar, but these grains actually convert to blood sugar faster than a tablespoon of sugar. And, I mean, this has been known for 20 years, but most people forget about that. And this is kind of a pre-diabetic state, maybe even a hypoglycemic state, but it's actually called reactive hypoglycemia or hyperinsulinemia. We have high levels of insulin. And then when you get sugar, or carbohydrates through pastas and breads and cereals and stuff like that, potatoes, turns into sugar, you get this reaction where the insulin is released, more insulin is released from your pancreas, it dumps your blood sugar, and you will get sleepy. This, in the old days, used to be called narcolepsy. And so what do you weigh now, Catherine?
What was that?
Well, what do you weigh? What is your body weight?
Oh, I'm 115.
115. How tall are you?
5'4".
Okay, so you're slim. And let's see, do you have any children?
No, I don't.
How old are you?
24.
24, okay. All right, do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters.
Okay, do they have any health problems?
No.
Okay, do you have any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No, I have dry skin, and my skin is really sensitive. Like, my scalp is really sensitive. When I brush it, it really hurts.
Okay. And then tell me about your respiratory system. Do you have asthma as a kid or chronic bronchitis or anything? No,
but I have noticed that when I'm around, like, dust, my breathing it gets harder for me to breathe.
Okay, so dust might trigger kind of a respiratory problem.
And like I said, when I'm around computers, the same thing kind of happens.
Okay. All right. Shar, what do you think is happening here?
She probably has a gluten intolerance, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Some kind of digestive problem. She's not able to absorb nutrients.
I think you're exactly right. And so here's what I would do. 115 pounds. What would you have her take at 115 pounds, Shar?
Well, she's healthy. Otherwise, I would have her take the Healthy Start Pack 2.0.
Okay. Yeah, and I'd throw in the Sweeties. So it could be the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, which is the Healthy Start Pack, and the Sweeties. Yeah. And the 2.0, exactly right, because we want to drop dead gluten-free. And also, I would change your diet here, Catherine. I would not eat any cereal or oatmeal or pasta or breads or anything like that. I would eat things like, for breakfast, I would have, like this morning for breakfast, I had 4 poached eggs and some bananas and some nuts. That was my breakfast along with all my supplements. At the restaurant, they served me, they said they had fresh strawberries. They brought them in, they were full of syrup. I said, were these from a can? No, they were from a bottle. Well, I thought you said they were fresh. Oh, well, it was a new bottle. So, yeah, and so I wouldn't eat them because they had so much sugar in that syrup in those strawberries. But you can have fresh berries, like strawberries and blueberries and things like that, because they're extremely low in sugar. But do have eggs for breakfast, not fried, not over easy, not sunny side up, absolutely not cooked in margarines or oils, but they can be soft scrambled in butter, soft poached, soft boiled. And then the same way with, you can have some of these salads for lunch and dinner that you have, like grilled steak or maybe grilled chicken breast in a salad, Caesar salad. Put the dressing off on the side. Use lemon wedges to squirt lemon juice all over the salad. Maybe throw in a tablespoon of maybe some sunflower seeds, without the shells, obviously, or pumpkin seeds, something like that without the shells. And maybe my grandma used to throw in the little tangerine segments in with salads instead of a salad dressing. Very, very smart. Do those things. Have a snack. Have a high-protein snack in between meals, like at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and then again at 3 in the afternoon, an hour before you go to bed. And take these supplements, and because your weight would be 1 Healthy Blood Sugar Pack per month, get an extra bottle of Sweeties, so you can take 3 twice a day of those, a half a dose of everything else. At breakfast, half a dose at the dinner time. Call us every 2 weeks. Let us know what's going on, because I think we've found your problem here, Catherine. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Utah. And Jim, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Jim, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Hey, Dr. Wallach. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. What's up?
About 8 years ago, diagnosed with what's called Berger's disease or IgA nephropathy. It's a kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
and my creatinine levels have been going up. I'm about 1.8.
Okay, so you're not near dialysis, but the fact that it's going up, it should be half that. It should be like 0.9 is ideal. Yeah.
Exactly.
And do you have anything else? Do you have any skin problems? Do you have your appendix out? Any asthma? Anything like that?
No, my skin seems to be dry, but it doesn't seem to be a problem lately. I've been doing a lot of herbs recommended by a chiropractor.
Sure. Any improvement in anything?
Honestly, yes. The last 6 months, I started about 6 months ago doing the chiropractor, doing these herbs, doing the alkaline water, and my creatinine was at 1.8. He wanted me to shortly go on to steroids, which I didn't want to do, so I started searching, and they've come down a little bit. My creatinine is about 1.7.
What do you weigh, Jim?
Protein now, 185.
Okay. No asthma as a kid or anything?
No asthma. Mm-mm.
Okay, well, hang on. We'll be back, and we'll give you a program after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity and 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Utah and Jim. Shar, what would you do for this guy? He's got chronic kidney problems, a little bit of dry skin.
Yeah, he probably should get on a gluten-free diet, but he needs the Ultimate Daily to get his kidneys working again. And beyond that, he needs I would get in 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
Okay. So, two healthy bone and joint packs per month. That would be 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast, and 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals for dinner. It'd be 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner. And then, as Shar said, I'd have you get 2 large bottles of the Ultimate Daily tablets. So you could have 9 a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. And then call us every 2 weeks. Certainly call us every time you go in for another blood test, because I want to know what your creatinine level is, because I want to see it down, after about this program, and you've avoided the bad stuff, fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten. It wouldn't be surprising to me that in, say, 30 to 60 days, it would go from 1.8 down to 1.2. And then another 30 days, it would go down below 1, 0.9, 0.85, that kind of stuff. And so that would be what we'd expect. And so that would be our process. Give us a call and see if we can help you out there. Okay, we got time to squish in one more here, Doug.
All right, let's head to Indiana. And Donna, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Donna, you're on the air.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi, how can we help you?
My concern is occasionally I've had like a flash of light in my eye, and then every once in a while I'll see a black spot for just a few seconds, and then they're gone. At my last eye appointment, the doctor said everything looked good, but I do have the beginning of cataracts.
Yeah, well, beginning of cataracts would be typical of something that would happen when you see this flashing of lights, because what happens is the protein in your lens begins to crystallize because of free radical damage, and it's refractory to light. You're going to start getting these flashes of light. Sometimes they're color, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's yellow, sometimes red, purple, whatever. The black spots, did he tell you he had any floaters or anything like that?
I do have some floaters.
Yeah, well, that would be something that might cause the black spots that come and go kind of thing. They're totally benign, and they're distractions sometimes, but they're remnant of a embryonic artery that fed blood to the lens of your eye. When you're born, that artery dries up and shatters like glass all over the place. That's what causes floaters. And again, they're totally benign. They don't do anything bad. They're just sort of there. But the cataracts, we do want to stop the progress in the cataracts. How much do you weigh, Donna?
I'd say between 110, 115. I'm 5'2".
Okay. Shar, what would you do for this lady?
She needs the selenium for the cataracts, and she needs basically a Healthy Start Pack. I'd get her the 2.0 Healthy Start Pack and selenium.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So I would do, as Shar says, Donna, you want to get, you're 115 pounds, you get 1 Healthy Start Pack per month. I would get 2 bottles of selenium. Let's kind of hit the cataract thing a little heavy here. The 2 bottles of selenium are selenium with iodine, Ultimate Selenium. You can take 3 of those at breakfast, 3 at dinner. I take 2 bottles a month to pull that off. Then you're going to take 1 Healthy Start pack per month, divide everything in half, take a half a dose of everything at breakfast, half a dose at dinner time. And then, of course, you want to stay away from the free radicals. That's absolutely no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates or nitrites, no deli slices, no sandwich meats, absolutely no sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, no oils, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils, no olive oil, no coconut oil. If you eat canned fish, you got to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce, not oil. No gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. Maximize absorption. Stay away from inflammatory things. And then don't forget Vision FX. Throw in Vision FX, great stuff for the lens of your eye and the retina of your eye. Take 3 of those capsules twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. Call us every 2 weeks. Donna, let us know how you're doing. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Really, really great testimonies and questions today. Thank you so much, Shar. A+ as usual. Thank you, Doug and Susan. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.